If you're broke right now, it's not because you don't earn enough money. Let me say that again. Your income is not the problem. 90% of people stay poor their entire lives because they don't understand one simple system. A system that nobody teaches you in school, nobody tells you at your job, and most parents don't even know themselves. But by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what that system is, and how to use it to change your life forever. Stick with me. Let's be honest for a second. You wake up, you go to work, you hustle, you grind. Maybe you work overtime, maybe you even have a side job. Payday comes, and for 48 hours you feel rich. You pay a few bills, you buy some food. Maybe treat yourself a little because, hey, you deserve it, right? But then 3 days later, the money's just gone. You check your account and you're like, wait, where did it all go? You're back to being stressed, back to being anxious, back to checking your balance before every purchase. And the worst part, you feel like you're working harder than ever, but you're stuck in the exact same place you were last year. You tell yourself, next month I'll save. But next month comes, and it's the same story. Listen, if this is you, you are not alone. But here's the truth bomb. You are doing something wrong. Not because you're lazy, not because you're dumb, but because no one ever taught you the game. And that ends today. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to give you the complete roadmap, from zero savings to full financial control. We're talking about how to know exactly where your money goes, how to build a foolproof budget that actually works, how to prepare for emergencies without panicking, how to get out of debt fast, and how to start building real wealth, even if you're starting with nothing. This isn't theory. This is the exact step-by-step playbook that's helped thousands of people break out of the paycheck-to-paycheck trap. So stay locked in, no fluff, just results. Let's go. But before we jump into the steps, we need to talk about something way more important than budgets or apps or bank accounts. We need to talk about your mindset asterisk. Because here's the thing. Rich people and poor people think completely differently about money. Now, I'm not talking about people who are born rich. I'm talking about people who build wealth from nothing. Let me show you the difference. Poor mindset versus rich mindset. Poor mindset says asterisk. I'll save whatever is left at the end of the month. Rich mindset says asterisk. I'll pay myself first, then spend what's left. See the difference? Poor people spend first. Rich people invest first. Poor mindset says asterisk. I can't afford it. Rich mindset says asterisk. How can I afford it? One shuts down possibilities, the other opens doors. Poor mindset says asterisk. Money is the root of all evil. Rich mindset says asterisk. Money is a tool, I control it, it doesn't control me. Here's the reality. If you keep thinking like a broke person, you'll stay broke. But if you start thinking like someone who values their future more than their present comfort, everything changes. And I'm not saying don't enjoy life. I'm saying, stop trading your future for temporary pleasure. That $8 coffee every day, that's $240 a month. That's $2,880 a year. Invest that instead, and in 10 years with compound interest, that's over $45,000. You're not buying coffee, you're buying broke. Now let me be clear, I'm not saying never enjoy anything. I'm saying be intentional. Ask yourself, is this moving me forward or keeping me stuck? That one question will change your life. All right, mindset locked in. Good. Now let's get into the actual roadmap. Step 1, know your numbers. You can't manage what you don't measure. So first step is simple. Track everything. For the next 30 days, I want you to write down every single dollar that comes in and every single dollar that goes out. I don't care if it's $2 for a soda, write it down. Use your phone, use a notebook, use an app like Mint or YNAB, doesn't matter. Just track it. Because here's what happens. Most people have no idea where their money actually goes. They think they're spending $50 a week on food, but it's actually $150. They think they're being smart, but they're bleeding money in 10 different places. You can't fix what you can't see. So step 1, know your numbers. Step 2, build a simple budget system. Once you know your numbers, you need a system. Now forget complicated spreadsheets. Let's keep it dead simple. I'm going to give you the 50-30-20 rule. Here's how it works. Asterisk 50% of your income equals needs, rent, food, utilities, transportation. Asterisk 30% WANTS asterisk, fun, eating out, entertainment, hobbies. Asterisk 20% equals SAVINGS and investments asterisk, emergency fund, debt payoff, investing. That's it. Let's say you make $2,500 a month after taxes. $1,250 goes to needs. $750 goes to wants. $500 goes to savings investing. Is it perfect? No. But it's simple, and simple systems actually get followed. Now if your needs are more than 50%, that's a red flag. You either need to cut expenses or increase your income. We'll talk about that later. But the key here is, you're now in control. You're telling your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. Step 3, build your emergency fund. This step right here. This is what separates people who survive from people who thrive. Here's the truth. Life will hit you. Your car will break down. You'll get sick. You might lose your job. Your laptop will crash right before a deadline. And when that happens, if you don't have an emergency fund, you're going into debt. Credit cards, loans, borrowing from family. And that debt, it destroys everything you've been building. So here's the goal. Save 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. If your monthly expenses are $2,000, you need $6,000 to $12,000 sitting in a savings account. I know that sounds like a lot, but you're not doing it overnight. Start with $500, then $1,000, then build from there. Put that money in a high-yield savings account. Don't touch it unless it's a real emergency. Not a sale, not a vacation, a real emergency. This fund is your freedom, your safety net, your peace of mind. One emergency can wipe out your entire financial life. Don't let that happen. Step 4, kill your bad debt. Let me hit you with a hard truth. Debt is modern-day slavery. I'm talking about credit card debt, personal loans, payday loans. That stuff is killing your future. Here's why. Let's say you have $5,000 in credit card debt at 18% interest. If you only pay the minimum, it'll take you over 20 years to pay it off. And you'll end up paying more than $10,000 total. You're literally working to make the bank rich. So here's what you do. Use the debt snowball method. List all your debts from smallest to largest. Pay minimum on everything, but throw every extra dollar at the smallest debt. Once that's gone, move to the next one. Why smallest first? Because quick wins build momentum. They keep you motivated. Some people say pay off the highest interest first. That's fine too. But psychologically, small wins work. Just pick a method and stick with it. And while you're paying off debt, stop adding new debt. Cut up the credit cards, delete the shopping apps, unsubscribe from marketing emails. You can't dig yourself out of a hole if you keep digging. Step 5, start investing even small. Alright, now we're getting to the wealth building part. Here's the thing most people don't understand. You will never get rich just by saving. Saving is defense, investing is offense. If you're just stacking cash in a savings account, inflation is eating it alive. You need your money to grow. Now, I'm not saying go buy crypto or gamble on meme stocks. I'm talking about simple, long-term investing. Here's where beginners should start. Asterisk 1. Index funds like S&P 500. These funds track the stock market. Historically, they return about 10% per year on average. You don't need to pick stocks. You don't need to be a genius. Just invest consistently. Asterisk 2. Roth IRA or 401k. If your job offers a 401k match, take it, that's free money. If not, open a Roth IRA. It's a retirement account where your money grows tax-free. Asterisk 3. Start with what you can. Even $50 a month, even $20. The magic isn't the amount, it's the consistency. Let me show you why. If you invest $200 a month starting at age 25, and you get a 10% average return, by age 65, you'll have over $1.1 million. But if you wait until you're 35, you'll only have around $400,000. Time is your biggest asset. The earlier you start, the more you win. So don't wait until you're ready, start now. Step 6. Increase your income. Here's a truth that might sting a little. You can't save your way to wealth. At some point, you need to earn more. Budgeting is great, saving is smart, investing is essential. But if you're only making $2,000 a month, there's a cap on what you can do. So ask yourself, how can I add more value and get paid more? Here are some real options. Learn a high-income skill, copywriting, video editing, coding, design. Start a side hustle asterisk, freelancing, tutoring, selling online. Ask for a raise asterisk, most people never do this, but it works. Asterisk switch jobs, sometimes that's the fastest way to boost income. Look, I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow and become an entrepreneur. But I am saying, your income is not fixed. You have more control than you think. Invest in yourself, build skills, add value, and watch your income grow. Let me tell you about someone I'll call Jake. Jake was 26. He made $3,200 a month working retail management. He had $7,000 in credit card debt. No savings. No budget. And every month he was stressed. Sound familiar? Here's what Jake did. Month 1-2 asterisk. He tracked every expense. Realized he was spending $400 a month eating out. Cut that to $150. He set up the 50-30-20 budget. Month 3-6 asterisk. He saved his first $1,000 emergency fund. He started paying extra on his smallest debt, using the snowball method. Month 7-12 asterisk. Paid off $3,500 in debt. Started a side hustle doing social media for local businesses. Made an extra $500 a month. Month 13-18 asterisk. Fully debt-free. Emergency fund now at $5,000. Opened a Roth IRA. Started investing $300 a month. Asterisk 2 years later, asterisk. Jake had $12,000 in savings, 0 debt, and over $8,000 invested. He wasn't rich, but he was free. No more anxiety, no more paycheck to paycheck. Same guy, same starting point. Just a different system. That's the power of this roadmap. Before we wrap up, let me warn you about the biggest mistakes people make. Mistake 1, only saving, never investing. Saving is safe, but it won't make you wealthy, you need to invest. Mistake 2, waiting to start. I'll start when I make more money. No, start now, even if it's $10. Mistake 3, lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, so you upgrade your car, your apartment, your clothes. Now you're making more but still broke. Don't let your expenses rise with your income. Mistake 4, not having a plan. If you don't have a plan for your money, someone else does. Amazon, Netflix, DoorDash, they're all waiting. You need to be more aggressive with your future than they are with your wallet. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to be a millionaire in 6 months. But here's what will happen if you follow this system. In 3 months, you'll feel more in control than you ever have. In 6 months, you'll have money saved that you never thought possible. In 1 year, you'll look back and barely recognize your old financial life. In 5 years, you'll be in a completely different world. This works, but only if you work it. You've got the roadmap now. The question is, will you actually use it? If this video helped you, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I drop videos every week to help you master money, build wealth, and take control of your life. And here's your homework. Pick one step from today's video and do it this week. Just one. Track your spending, set up a budget, open a savings account. Just start. Because a year from now, you'll wish you had started today. Let's build that better future. I'll see you in the next one.